Hi, my name is Ben Sutter III, and I'm founder and owner of BS3 Radio. I've been podcasting for 5 years, and with BS3 Radio, it has grown to over 46,000 listens and downloads. I've helped hundreds of people to start a podcast by giving them the knowledge, tools, and confidence to be successful. Now I'm here to help you do the same with BS3 coaching. So let's build a successful podcast. I will be your podcast coach. We'll be able to work one-on-one. I won't be giving you a booklet and just telling you to look over it, but we'll be working one-on-one, side by side, to either help build up a successful podcast or to take your podcast to the next level. So click the link above or below to check out the pricing. I look forward to working with you, and God bless. Welcome, everybody, to Reaction Monday. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Those that are viewing on YouTube, those that are viewing on Facebook, those that are viewing on Periscope, thank you so much, or Twitter. So tonight, man, we got a great action-packed show. We'll be doing live coverage of the national championship game from halftime on. Also, for the second half, we'll be recapping week 9 of Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League. They have been playing some great basketball. Even better this week, we had the return of Michael Lenore. I interviewed him on the show in the past. He's a great young man. Also, I know he's been itching to get back on the court. He has been doing commentating, as of the past few games. But he is extremely excited to be able to get back on the floor. So we'll be talking about what he did on Saturday. We had games on Saturday. We had 3 games. We will get into that. And we have a ton of great highlights, so you can stay tuned for that and see some great basketball. These guys can really play. They're extremely talented, and this Undiscovered League is showing you new players that you maybe not have heard of, new up-and-coming players that are extremely talented, trying to get an opportunity in a league around the world, or in the NBA. And a lot of these guys, like I said, are extremely talented. So we got a lot to get to. Also, we'll have Nithin Ramachandra will be coming on later. Also, we'll have Michael be coming on, and DeAnthony Thompson. They'll be coming on as we're doing coverage of the second half of the national championship game. So let's get to the first game of Saturday, and that was the Undiscovered team versus EA Hoops. So early on in this game, when I was watching it, it looked like Undiscovered was a little sloppy starting off, but they redeemed themselves, which I knew that they would do. They have some of the best players in this league, arguably the best player in this league, Damian Durham, a.k.a. Dame, a.k.a. Dame Buckets, which you might as well call him, because he is constantly hitting threes from all over the floor. And as you're tuning in tonight, let me know where you're listening from. Drop a comment if you're on Facebook, Periscope, or if you're on YouTube, just to say what's up. So Damian Durham had 33 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Like I said, man, he is all over the floor. And I was impressed, though. Every single week I become more and more impressed by EA Hoops. And I would have to say that they were D'ing up. Shout out to my man Overton Claiborne. He is watching from Sacramento, Sacktown, California. I grew up in the Bay Area myself. I appreciate you for coming through. Always love when you jump in the comments. Make sure to check out his podcast, Talking with OC. But in this Undiscovered League, man, EA Hoops impressed me more. They were D'ing up. They looked really hungry and ready to play. And that's one thing I would definitely say about this young squad. And as you see scrolling at the bottom where you can check out the games, creatingyoungminds.uscreen.io. The games are on, most of them are on Sundays, some are on Saturdays. Or if you're in person and it's in Louisville, Texas, it's either at the Mac Center or the Macedonia Care Center where you can actually watch the games live. But the Undiscovered team, they did exactly what they needed to do. They were up and down the floor. This is a fast-paced running team. They're able to get buckets pretty much whenever they want. Damian Durham started lighting it up. And we got some nicknames for some guys now, which I was really happy to hear. Shout out to Michael Lenore, who was doing some of the commentating. Also, Marcus Brooks, who was doing some of the commentating as well. It was really good to hear those two guys do the commentating. But Damian the Dream Durham, I really like that nickname. I thought that was dope. And then Jetpack J, Jared Henderson, another one of those nicknames. And he definitely has major hops. I mean, this kid's hops are just through the roof. Anytime he's jumping off the floor, you know it's going to be a nasty dunk. You know somebody's about to get posterized. You know somebody's about to get bodied. That's just how talented he is. So it was 40-8 with 3 minutes, 27 seconds left in the first half. Undiscovered with full court press. I mean, their defense is lethal. Their offensive is lethal. This is really, I think, the best team, and I've said this numerous times, in the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League. At halftime, it was 54-19. The writing was pretty much on the wall. This was going to end up being a blowout. But I'm going to give my props to EA Hoops. Jetpack is a great nickname. It definitely is Jetpack J. I'm going to show some highlights here in just a minute from that game. You get to see why he's called Jetpack J. If you've been following along, I've been doing this every Monday, doing a recap of the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League. You will see just how talented and the hops that this guy has. A lot of fouls. We've seen a lot of fouls in the second half, just on really both sides. And nobody could guard Damian. That was my last quote, or my last statement for that game. And it proved, Undiscovered won 87-42. Jetpack J at 10 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Damian Durham with 33, 5, and 4. And then Balsa Bolshevik with 18 points, 13 rebounds. Extremely talented. This is a well put together team. No doubt about it. And the two best rebounders in this league, as you can see, with 11 rebounds and 13 rebounds, both Bolshevik and Jared Henderson, just playing great basketball. So let's get to some highlights. And like I said, we got a ton of highlights tonight. Shout out to the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League and the media team for getting the highlights to me. So we're going to get into some of these from the first game. This one right here is Damian Durham shooting it from downtown. Like I said, man, he has a killer shot. You could call him Dame Dollar Jr., or you can just call him Damian the Dream Durham, call him the Dream. But here goes a highlight right here. This is a pure stroke, man. From downtown, that's a pure stroke. You know what a shooter's stroke looks like. And that's exactly what that is. This is Bolshevik with a shot from the corner versus EA Hoops. Not only was that a corner shot, also that was a steal. So again, shout out to Bolshevik. Nice play. And then Jared Henderson, Jetpack J, new nickname. Maybe they were already calling him that, but that's a new nickname for me. I'm going to be calling him that from now on. Jetpack J with a dunk. He's just one of those guys that you do not jump with. If you decide to jump in the air with him, 9 times out of 10, you're about to be put on a poster. And that's just the plain and simple facts when it comes down to Jetpack J. The leading scorer for EA Hoops, Keith Smith, he had 10 points. And Keith Smith is the bright spot, or one of the bright spots for EA Hoops. Also, there was another guy, but the last name Smith. His name is not Keith. Let me pull up his name real quick. He was also getting buckets. I do not want to forget his name, but it was Keith Smith and Alan Smith. I don't know if they're brothers or not, but I know they were hustling hard, getting buckets for EA Hoops. So that was the first game. Jetpack J flying through the roof. That was the first game. The second game was CYM, so Creating Young Minds, as you can see with the background, and versus the pros. This was a really good game. Now, the pros are filled with actual former pro players. CJ Carter used to play for the Knicks, also played with the Texas Legends in the G League. And then you have CYM. CYM is a team filled with young, talented ballers. Michael Lenore, we'll get to some highlights from him. Trey Patterson playing that shutdown D. Balsha Bosovic, Damian Durham, Keandre Jackson, and then Biggie. Biggie is 7 foot tall. He's with the CYM Academy. He's on that team as well. And they just played great basketball. And this was a really, really, really good game. The pros are, I think, probably the second best team. They just have a crazy amount of talent. And they have guys from, former NBA players on former NBA teams. And it really doesn't get any better than that. But the star player is CJ Carter. CJ Carter was just getting buckets at will, but it was not enough. Creating Young Minds, CYM won 82-70. And honestly, the Undiscovered team and the CYM team is pretty much the same team. So they played back-to-back games. And that's what Hoopers are right there. That's what Hoopers are. They can play back-to-back games. They can play 2 games. It doesn't even matter. They won't even break a sweat. And that's exactly what they were doing. And Damian Durham had 32 in this game. Michael Lenore with his return, 14 points, 13 assists. I interviewed him on a previous show. Make sure to check that out. It's on YouTube. Featured interview with Michael Lenore. He had 14 points, 13 assists, which was his return back to the league. Lewis Trey Patterson, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 steals. Balsa Bolshevik, 14 and 10. But the pros really are the ones that got it started off first. Malcolm Oakes with a bucket. I was really saying to myself this was a nice matchup. The great thing about the young baller Michael Lenore is he was just diming up guys. He's a true point guard. And a true point guard is someone that is not just concerned with scoring, but he's also concerned with getting his players involved. And that was the one thing I really noticed about Michael Lenore. Charles Smith was a new addition to the pros. I was a fan of Charles Smith, and he was hustling out there. He's definitely older. That's not a bad thing, but he was definitely a little bit up there in age, I could tell. But he was out there hustling, man. He's not just a weekend baller. He's one of those guys that you could see was wanting to get out on the floor and run with the guys. So shout out to him. It was 28-23 in the second quarter. This was a really close game. CJ Carter with a nice move. He's just a polished player. You'll see some highlights from him here in just a minute. It was 40-39 in the first half. 79-69 with 2 minutes left. and CYM end up winning the game 82-71. But like I said, this is a really good matchup. It kind of could have went either way, but CYM ended up finishing it off. So let's get to some highlights from this game. You will not be disappointed. Let's go to this first one. Bolshevik with a dunk on pros. That was a nice steal as well. Very nice steal. Michael Lenore, I've been talking about him, and he was injured, so he was been doing some commentating. So if you're watching the game live, you would hear him doing the commentating. He's getting better game by game, but his maker is him playing on the floor, and this was one of the highlights from him. This was a deep three that he had. The defender was falling asleep, and he just busted a three real quick. Check this one out. One of those guys that you don't leave wide open, period. We got another one, Damian Durham with a three. Another one of those guys you do not leave open. I'm telling you, this league is filled with guys that you cannot leave open. They will make a shot. They will make a shot at any opportunity. If you leave them open, it's buckets. And then we got another one, CYM Michael Lenore with a dime. When you talk about a true point guard, this is a highlight of a true point guard right here. Nice pass, directing the offense. When I tell you that there's ballers in the building, there are ballers in the building, okay? So I want you to check out the games next week. creatingyoungminds.uscreen.io. The games will be on Sunday from 12 to 4 Central. You can check the games out. I will have it posted on all of my social media. But if you go to creatingyoungminds.uscreen.io, you'll be able to find out and be able to watch the games, or you can check them out in person. I'm going to give you the exact time and date here in just a minute before this segment of the show is over, so that you'll know exactly where you can watch it, and so that you'll be able to check it out either in person or, like I said, you can watch the games on the website that's scrolling down below. But these guys are extremely talented, and I don't say that lightly. I'm not just throwing that around. They are extremely talented, and they're trying to get, opportunities for themselves to play professional basketball. So the next games will be coming up on January the 17th. So that will be on Sunday, 12 to 4. That will be at the Macedonia Care Center. But you can watch it if you're not in Dallas, creatingyoungminds.uscreen.io. Shout out to my man Taryn Rodriguez. Thank you for coming through. Said he's having some dinner. I appreciate that. We will be talking about the second half of the national championship game. We'll be doing live coverage. Myself and 3 other guys will be coming on. Michael, D'Anthony, and then also Nathan. Alabama's up big. We'll see what happens in the second half. So let's get back to the highlights. This was game 2, CYM versus the pros. Damian Durham with the long 3. I gave you Michael Lenore with the dime. And then CJ Carter, man. I got 2 highlights from him. CJ Carter is the real deal. And doing the commentating, they were saying he used to work out with Kobe. He's played in the NBA. He's got that Mamba mentality. He's also got that NBA mentality. You'll see. Check it out. Another bucket, just backing you down. with the fadeaway jumper. It doesn't get any better than that. That's basketball 101 right there. Putting on a clinic. Check out this other highlight. Just got straight to the hole. The person that you hear yelling in the background is Mathis Crowder. They call him Coach Matt. He is very vocal. So if you hear anybody yelling in the background, that's probably him directing his players, giving them direction. And he is very passionate for the squad, passionate for the team. Here goes Donta Smith. Donta Smith plays for the pros. It's a nice play right here. Check out this highlight.
So when you said you was getting a haircut, you wasn't getting a haircut. I was in the truck.
Nice play down low. Getting straight to the bucket, getting to the rack. Very, very talented guy as well. The last game of the day was Louisville Black versus the Prospects. Louisville Black filled with great talent as well. Jesse Williams, Marcus Brooks, really talented guys as well. Marcus Brooks, had a great feel for the game, very talented. But we're going to also have a highlight from Micah McCann. Micah McCann, who plays for the Prospects, 16 years old. Basically playing with grown men at 16 years old. When you see this highlight, you're not going to believe that this kid is 16 years old. But this was a really good back and forth type of game. Jesse Williams gets it going. Marcus Brooks, the same. They were just like a 1-2 punch. That tandem. If you want to say Katie and Russ, back in the day when they were on the same team before they split up, it was that type of matchup. Those two just really going back and forth. Also, Preston Ragsdale, he's 18 years old. He was getting some buckets as well. So there's a lot of young and old mixed together in this league. Abraham Davalos was getting really active for the Prospects. He's also a talented guy in this Undiscovered league. Brandon McElvey with a long distance three. Throughout the game, there was really a back and forth. It was 26-16. I was in at the end of the first half. Louisville Black was in the lead. And at halftime, I was saying to myself, can Terrell Jones get going? Check out the show from last week. Terrell Jones was really getting busy. I was really excited to see him get back into the game. And then Micah McCann, 16 years old, was very active on the floor. And then the Prospects just started to struggle, and it ended up being a 69-45 loss for the Prospects. Louisville Black doing their thing. Jesse Williams, 28 points, 5 rebounds. Marcus Brooks, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Micah McCann, like I said, 16 years old, 6'3", 10.6 rebounds. So let's get to the highlights from the last game of Saturday. The Prospects versus Louisville Black. We could check out this first one here. Jesse Williams with the dunk. That was a nice down the middle dunk right there. Dunk or steal and dunk. Does not get any better than that. Marcus Brooks, the sweet lefty, straight to the hole. Another great highlight. And then I think the highlight of the day, Micah McCann, not only is this kid 16 years old, but he put the moves on Louisville Black. This was in a loss, but this was probably the highlight of the day. Look at the sideline. Look at the bench going crazy. You can hear the sideline. You can see the sideline going crazy. I thought that was a highlight of the day. So that was the third game. Man, I thought that was one of the best days of the Undiscovered League. Once again, they'll be back on Sunday from 12 to 4, Undiscovered League, Creating Young Minds. Watch it live, Macedonia Care Center, or you can watch it with the link down below. I highly suggest you check it out. It's great basketball to watch live or in person. All right, so we are going to be doing live coverage of the second half of the national championship game. Right now, it is 35-17. Alabama's up. Devontae Smith looks like he's going into, I don't know how worried we should be, but looks like he's going into the tent. But this has been all Alabama. Now I'm gonna give Ohio State some props as well. But a major majority of this has been Alabama. Mac Jones getting really key passes. We're going to bring in DeAnthony Thompson as we get this live coverage going right here. College football is definitely his thing. That's in his wheelhouse, so I had to get him on.
Yep. What it do?
What it do? What's going on?
Man, looking at this game, what you think? I think so far, man, we're seeing Steve Sarkisian. And what he's doing with this game is he's auditioning to recruits. This is not even about Alabama. He's saying this is what you're going to get if you come to the University of Texas. And I think it's interesting to see how dialed in he is and they are. They're just overpowering Ohio State in so many different ways.
Yeah, true. I was expecting more from Ohio State, but we all got to realize that Justin Fields has a major rib injury. I don't know. He said he was about 90%, but he took a hit. He took a hit in the first half, and I don't know how well he's really going to be playing from here on. But, oh, my God, Devontae Smith, Mac Jones, Najee Harris with 3 touchdowns in the first half.
He's looking like a first rounder, man. His body, his disposition, his ability to cut, to get low. He's 6'2", 230, man. That's all. That's almost some Henry stuff.
Yeah,
a little bit small.
It's wild, man. It's wild how talented that kid is, man. And he's from California. I grew up in the Bay Area. I believe he went to Martinez High School or somewhere, or Concord or something like that. But nobody has been able to stop Devontae Smith, Mac Jones, or Najee Harris. I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to stop him.
But see, okay, now we're in the third quarter. We're seeing Sarkisian. He's going to the other page of his calling sheet. The first half, what was wild to me is he put them in a good position. You had Devontae Smith coming in. Looked like Water might be banged up. But you had Devontae Smith coming in. You had him cutting. He puts his receivers in the best position to make plays. And I love what he said. I didn't realize this, but he said, I like my receivers to catch the ball, while they're going, so they can give them room to work with. He said, I don't like stationary targets. I don't like curl routes. I was like, wow, to see him say he don't like a certain route, and the reason he said why. A lot of this game is Sark, man. I got to give him a lot of credit. He got them boys looking great.
Yeah, and believe me, I was a little questionable on your guys picking him up, but based on what he's doing right now against a legit defense, like we can't slouch on Ohio State and just say, oh well, they're not that good because they're losing like this. Ohio State is a legitimate defense, and also they should be fresh. I mean, they haven't played very many games this year, so there's really no excuse or just to say just because they're not playing well that you can give them any excuses. They're still a real legit defense.
Yeah, and if I was to give them a little bit of a, whatever, they are missing, I think, 2 players. I don't know if it's COVID or injury related. I think, I think 2 defensive linemen. But the way this game going, all due respect, I don't think those guys would have made that much of a difference.
Yeah, I agree. Jalen Waddle did come out there. I don't know. Did he go back into to the 10 or back into the locker room?
Who was that? Waddle.
Waddle,
No,
yeah.
he's right there. He's on the sideline, but he got up limping. Oh, got him on the outside. Matt Jones not pulling the trigger quick enough. Yeah, he's not pulling that trigger. And see, another thing what Sark was saying in his offense, he like for back to get out, but the quarterback has to hit him fast. He was talking about when he was in the NFL with the Falcons. He said when a receiver scampers out, when a running back scampers out, throw the ball fast. And he was getting on to Matt Ryan for not throwing the ball fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been digging a lot on him, bro. Because I knew him from when he was at USC, but I've been digging up on him, and everybody say he's a genius with X's and O's and stuff. So we'll see what comes from that.
Yeah, I mean he's everywhere he's been. They've had explosive offenses, so we can't deny that. I think he just had a bad rap from the USC days. I think he got a bad rap because of what happened in the game in the Super Bowl, where he was the offensive coordinator. But I think at this point he's going to be leaving here. It looks like on a high, man. Najee, man.
Yeah, that's a man, Ben. 6'2", 235. At this point, you don't really want to tackle him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They're almost. Yeah, they're afraid, man. They're afraid to tackle him, and even when they try, to tackle him, they can't.
You know what though? To be honest, Ben, I gotta give Najee a lot of credit. Some of these plays, it's just him shaking and moving, and you gotta really go ahead and tackle him. He's not coming down with little arm tackles, and I think that's the biggest thing. He's too big for arm tackles.
Yeah, and that pass that he caught. That screen pass or that pass out in the flat he caught, and he just basically sidestepped, three Ohio State defenders. To me, that was his highlight right there. If you need anything else from him, that was it. That play right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna pull up. We're gonna pull up a screen so we can see. You guys can see what's going on the ESPN side, but it's 35-17. I'm impressed. I was expecting Alabama to really come out firing. I didn't know how Ohio State was going to be able to match it. That was my biggest thing. How are they going to be able to match this? Because this type of offense, you're not going to be able to match up with. It's virtually impossible unless you play perfect, unless you have one of the best defenses. It's going to be hard to match up. Let's bring in Nithin Ramachandra.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
Roll Tide. Let's go.
Bama's putting it on them right now.
Hey, 4 words: Najee Harris and Devontae Smith. Let's go.
Yeah. All day, man. All day, every day. Looks like they're about to score again.
I predicted a high scoring game. Well, what's up, man? Your screen is frozen, I think.
Oh yeah, what were you gonna say though?
Oh, I predicted Alabama to win 47-35. So.
Well, they may get more than 47 by the way this is going right now. 38-17, they just made a field goal. Shout out to Marsalis. Thank you for coming through. Also, we got Aiden Bryant. He's been tuning in. He tuned in on a lot of the fantasy shows. Appreciate you for coming through as well. But Mac Jones, so far, listen to this stat right here. 394 yards, 4 touchdowns. Devontae Smith with 3, Najee Harris with 1, and Justin Fields has 0 touchdowns, 6 for 15, 90 yards. They got a lot. They got a lot of ground to catch up, and honestly, I don't think they have enough time.
Yeah. So for Ohio State, I don't at this moment. I don't think they have a. I mean, they need a lot of miracles to happen. They need to get. I mean, starting now, they need to get stops on defense. But Mac Jones is in the zone right now, so to be honest, I think Ohio State's their season's done. But kudos to them. They had a great season, and no one expected Ohio State to be here, right, in the national championship game. So, but they proved everyone wrong, and they're a top-notch team, as we can tell. But Alabama's they're a powerhouse team, Alabama, and no one can keep up with them. And man, this Alabama offense can keep up with any NFL team, in my opinion. Alabama team, they can beat an NFL team right now. Actually, I would like to see a Alabama Kansas City Chiefs game one day. Because I think
that would be interesting. That's what they kind of do in in soccer. They mix the young kids in with the older teams and the older guys. So I mean, like, I would love to see that. I think that would actually be great.
Yeah.
Aiden says, I hate to say it, but it's probably over. Ohio State hasn't had a defense all game. They haven't been able to stop them. That's just the honest truth. They have not been able to stop. Devontae Smith has been all over the field. I don't know. He's been tackled probably twice.
Dude,
and all the other times he's been streaking down the sideline for a touchdown.
Oh my God, he's having a career night, and that shows why he won Heisman Trophy, because this guy can do anything on the field. I'm telling you, man. Whoever picks him up in the draft, they're going to get a heck of a player and a generational type receiver for the next 10 years. I'm telling you right now.
I agree. All right, let's bring D'Anthony
there he
back.
is. What's up, man?
What's up, baby?
Yeah,
hey, man, my Wi-Fi started tripping. Hey, good to see you, man.
Yeah, what's up, man? Good to see you too. And Roll Tide, let's go.
Yeah, it looks like, okay, here's the thing with this game. I told Ben this a while ago. Steve Sarkisian he's talking to his recruits right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got this game in the bag.
Yeah.
He is telling his recruits, if you come to Texas, you can be a part of a high power offense because I am an offensive genius. That's what he's saying. And he's locked in, they're locked in, and they're just a better team. And Ohio State has no answer for them, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I told Ben this too when you were trying to fix your Wi-Fi. I said Ohio State, even though they're going to lose, I feel like they had a great season and they're a top-notch team, and no one expected them to be here to face Alabama. So, and then Alabama is a powerhouse team. No one can keep close with them right now. And Mac Jones is in the zone. And I have 4 words for you right now: Najee Harris and Devontae Smith. Man, I'm telling you, whoever gets both of them in the draft, they're going to get a generational type player in the next 10 years. And I even told Ben this as a joke: they should do an Alabama and Chiefs game.
Right. Hey, 2 high power offenses. Yeah.
That would be nice. So it's on commercial break right now, at least on my end. But let's talk about the news of Bill O'Brien. If you guys heard about this,
that's
Bill O'Brien's supposed to be the offensive coordinator. Just like that, they're going to replace Sark with a former NFL coach. So I don't care what. No, he was not that great of a head coach, but him going into Alabama, I don't know how much of an offensive mind Bill O'Brien is, but it could be an equal swap. And this is opportunity for Bill O'Brien to kind of redeem his name. So what was your thoughts, Nathan?
I think it's a perfect fit. I think to be honest, I think Bill O'Brien needed to get away from the NFL for a little bit, and this is what a great opportunity here to be with Nick Saban and to be with one of the best coaches in college football. And obviously, Bill O'Brien knows the college game. He was at Penn State, so I think for him being offensive coordinator Alabama, I don't think they're not going to lose from Steve, but I think it's going to be a different scheme, in my opinion. I think Bill O'Brien will mix it up a little bit, but I think this offense will still be there. And whoever is the quarterback next year for Alabama, because I think Mac Jones is in the draft this year too. So whoever starts for Alabama, I think they're going to be fine. And Alabama is still going to be a top-notch team in college football with Bill O'Brien now in the fold.
Yeah, and that's the greatness of Alabama. Like, you can get top coordinators, you're going to get top recruits. People are going to want to flock to come to Alabama at any position. That's coaching or as players. But D'Anthony, give me your thoughts on that news coming
I
out.
mean, to speak on that, Saban has what he called analysts. He hires a lot of former coaches as analysts. These are guys like Charlie Strong, Bush Davis. I mean, the list goes on. These are guys that in some capacity had a career of themselves. He hires them as analysts, and then sometimes they go from analyst to coach. So on his staff right now, he has guys that he can either go to now, the defensive coordinator, or as far as that's on the defensive end. But whenever he lose something, he has somebody in place. Is my point. Bill O'Brien, I don't think that's a bad hire. It's not sexy to a lot of people, but he's a decent coach. The scheme is going to be different. I don't expect them to score that many points, not only because of the offensive change, but also because of the fact that you're losing so much talent. That's going to be hard to keep that up when you're losing that receiver like a Devontae Smith or whatnot. So, Ohio State played good, but Bama, what Saban has built, I think Saban is the GOAT, and he needs all the credit he's been getting because he has this thing like a machine, man. He loses coaches every 2 years, and he replaces them.
Yeah, with ease. They don't miss a beat. Players, coaches. If he misses a game, which he did, I believe he missed one game.
He got COVID. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, Justin Fields.
Hey, that's a touchdown, y'all. He's not going down without a fight. Justin not going down without a fight.
The one thing I'll say is, man, the guts that he's shown this year, to me, puts him at number 2. Now, some people had Zach Wilson or Trey Lance. But
now a lot of people got Zach. Now my boy was I just forgot his name. You just said it. Yeah, my boys are Trey now, but a lot of people say Zach, but I don't see that at all.
Kyle Trask and Trey Lance, they're up there too, right? Yeah. I think. Yeah.
I'm not drafting Kyle Trask. I'm not sold on him after what I seen in the bowl game, to be honest.
So Ohio State just scores a touchdown. I don't know if they were reviewing it, but a very nice pass. I mean, in a perfect spot. That's the pass that you got to make right there. So it's 23-38. We'll see where it goes. We got a couple comments here. That's why they do baseball too. I'm a Red Sox fan, and they play the local Boston colleges at like spring training. Yeah. I was kind of in the comment of what you were saying, Nathan. I think Northeastern, Boston College, and Boston University. Not sure if you saw this already, but Doug Peterson was fired today. Drew Brees is also expected to be fired. Yeah, that news did break. I'm not surprised. There was a lot of turmoil. Like at some point, somebody has to go, and everything that I've heard, it wasn't going to be the GM. So it's going to be Peterson because he's going to be kind of the odd man out. What would you guys' thoughts on Doug getting fired today?
You go first, yeah.
I'll say this. My question is, where does he go now? And I think that's a really great question because you can say, well, he's not a bad coach, and that's my position. So where does he go from here? Is it a coordinator position? I mean, I don't know if he has history in the college game. Where do he go from here is the number one question to me. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting. I know there was people talking about somebody that got fired, him going to, I'm trying to think of the team that somebody mentioned. He was in talks to go somewhere. I'll see if I can find the story. But he led them to a Super Bowl. Like that alone.
He did.
That alone shows like, hey, he's going to be a top candidate, and he's probably going to get a head coaching job. I don't think he's going to go to coordinator. I think he's probably going to get a head coaching job immediately, going into whatever job that provides whatever opportunity he gets. I think he's going to go straight into a head coaching job.
Yeah, I think I've been hearing a lot of rumors that Doug Peterson's already being linked to the Jets because of the strong relationship with the GM.
Right.
So I don't know. To be honest, I don't think that's going to be a right fit for the Jets. I don't think the Jets need to do that again, where a coach got fired and they picked him up right away. That's what they did with Adam Gase. I think they need to go with Brian Gable from Buffalo or some other coach that can help develop these players and maybe build a long-term relationship with the GM. I know that Doug Peterson brought a Super Bowl to the Eagles, but you're going to go again with the recyclable coach. I think the Jets need to have a young coach or offensive coordinator that never coached before that can help build relationships, I think.
But here's another thing you got to remember, too. A lot of insiders and a lot of players even say that the Jets are a dysfunctional organization. So if they're dysfunctional, it's almost as if whoever the coach is coming is going to be set up to fail. But I heard the Jets is not a good ran organization. So I think unless we see improvements from the top down, he can only do so much. And I think that's the things that should worry Jets fans is how much is this organization going to change? Yeah, we're going to change the coach, but are we going to draft well? Are we going to develop well? Are we going to pay our players? So you have some other areas that the Jets have to shore up as well. And I hope they're not looking at this as a patch over this whole thing because they got a lot of more issues as well.
Yeah, and also I just want to bring up we got other news too in the NFL. How about them Cowboys? Dan Quinn is on board. Let's go. Our new defensive I love Dan Quinn as a defensive coordinator. He's going to bring it. What a great hire that is. I think that's a big upgrade from Mike Nolan for sure.
Yeah, anybody. My niece and nephew as co-coaches, and they're only 3. They will be better than Mike Nolan.
What do you guys think of Dan Quinn, man? How about Ben? Let's go. I think our defense will be much better next year.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people with mixed reviews, but Dan Quinn helped build the Legion of Boom, and nobody knew who Sherman was. I didn't know who Earl Thomas was. Nobody really knew who any of those guys were. And Dan Quinn, I believe it was Gus Bradley as well. But those 2 guys helped build the Legion of Boom. So I'm excited to see what it's going to look like. Now, Dan Quinn was not the great head coach, but he made his bread and butter as a defensive coordinator. So I think he'll be a step up from Nolan. It's just a matter of how he's going to put it all together.
I think we're going to switch back to a 3-4 defense.
You think so?
The thing with Quinn is interesting is I actually thought he was going to be in running for the Longhorn job. Did you know that, Ben? They were talking about him for the Texas job, the D coordinator position. And then he caught fire and got hired in the NFL. So I think he's a guy that when you look at his resume, he's respectable. It'll be interesting to see what pieces the Cowboys build around him as far as this defense, because like I talked about the Jets, unless that top down is right, the coach is not going to matter. So, we're going to see how can it fit around this whole scheme, but I definitely give him a chance because of his history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get to some other comments here. Bryce Young is the next quarterback for Bama.
Yes.
Don't know.
11 though.
5 for 11. I don't know that much about him. He's that guy from Mater D, Boys of Beast. If he's going to Bama, if he's at Bama, he's a beast. That's just very true. What level of a beast is he? Because everybody that comes through there, but he is from. It looks like he's from Philly, or is Mater D in California? Oh, he's from California.
It's in Cali. Yeah.
So man, another thing we got to talk about is this just shows that kids are coming from everywhere. It's not just from Florida. It's not just from the South. It's East Coast, West Coast. Bama is the destination spot. I think that's pretty clear at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Let me drop a birdie on you. When Miami won their titles with Ed Reed, he's from Louisiana. DJ Williams was one of the best players in high school, came out of California. When USC was in their heyday, they got the 6'5" Dwayne Jarrett out of New Jersey. They got Lindell White out of Colorado. Whenever you build a system of championships, you recruit nationwide. And when you recruit nationwide, that lets people know this team is about championship. So Saban, man, at this age, they said the thing with Saban is the coaches say he's a relentless recruiter and he keeps them on the road. That's the downside. For a guy to be at this stage of his career and still a relentless recruiter says a lot about him.
Yeah, I mean, it truly says that he wants to win, and it does not matter how he's got to go about it or what recruit he needs to call. He was just pissed off on the sideline from something that one of the guys did, and that was when they were up, I think 38-17 or somewhere around there. So, and this national championship win, if it does happen, he is the GOAT because he will pass. I believe that is correct. He will pass Bear Bryant. Bear Bryant has 6. And
Nick Saban, this would be, yes. Yeah. So this
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, Ben. The other thing I say, a couple people said bring up the HBCU Eddie Robinson, the legendary coach. They said they don't think he's getting enough credit.
Right, you're right, exactly, and he's won more championships as well. I think 9, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I seen a graphic there. So yes, you are correct. We definitely got to pay homage. Eddie Robinson did it for a long time. I mean, he coached probably up until he almost passed away. So he 1941 to 1997.
Wow, how many years is that?
Good Lord, that 9 national championships.
Wow.
He put in work, man. This was like his. You know, when people say it's something you just do as a job and it's your calling, that was his calling.
Yeah,
that was it right there.
He would cut the field on the grass. He would do everything. He was just a guy that HBCU Grambling State. If y'all don't know who we're talking about, the great Eddie Robinson, but we're talking about great coaches. We just want to mention him alongside Saban, who looks like he's gonna pass Bear Bryant. And think about this, man. Not to get too far off, but Saban comes in your house and say, "I got this many rings. I got this many guys in the NFL." It's hard to say no to that, and I think that's going to continue to build. Like, he's still winning, so it's like, oh, I got another ring. That's appealing to these recruits because the mindset is I got to get to the league.
Yeah, and what better place to go to than Alabama, where if you play well, you're gonna get in the league. Like, there's names that they mentioned that I haven't even seen play this year that are gonna be getting into the league. Real quick, let me read this comment. Bryce Young and then Clemson's quarterback too. They got the freshman. I cannot pronounce his last name.
DJ Ugale.
And Bama's got in. Who's the backup running back? Number 4 is I
forgot his name, but he's solid though.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson. It's like Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah.
He's a senior, so they got the senior guy in now. Coming in for Najee. Also, I want to mention Mac Jones has been scrambling. Now, Mac Jones has been scrambling today. Now, I know it's not really his thing, but if it was open, he's been hitting the holes. I mean, to me, that's a good thing for him. I don't know what his pro stock looks like. I mean, he's a senior. I believe they said he has 2 degrees, so I don't know how much. I mean, he was in the Heisman, ranking. He's a junior actually, but I don't know what his stock is. He may go later round undrafted, possibly.
Why is it a foregone conclusion that he has to leave? And I'm not being funny. Is it no way he could come back?
I mean, he could. He's a junior. He can come back. Yeah, for sure.
Now, and he's improved. Like, he's a guy that he can get the ball. At first, I thought he was just the bus driver of a great offense. No, he can get the ball out. He makes quick reads. He got a lot of talent, and I think he's definitely going to get drafted. I don't know where, probably after the 3rd round, but I don't know where. But he's a good quarterback.
Yeah. Pass out into the flat to number 18. Who is that? Let's pull it up. Slade Bolden.
Been calling a masterful game all day. They don't have no chance.
They got nobody. And this goes to Sark. Like you said, this is his audition tape. Yep. All he has to do is say, "Hey, kid, did you watch that national championship game?" Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I called all those plays. So just know when you get into this offense, that's gonna be you. Like, that's all you got to do. Like,
that's a good pitch right there, Ben. Wow.
That's all they got to do. When you talk about recruiting, especially when you talk about young kids, they want to see it. They don't want you to just be this guy that was, offensive coordinator for Northwestern State. They want
Yeah.
you to be in the Bamas of the world.
Right.
So I mean, I'm excited to see what he does at Texas because this could change Texas for the next 10 years.
Dude,
Yeah, it can. Are they good with the backups in? Wow, my bad. Go ahead.
No, this is a perfect hire for Texas. I think Steve will bring a different dynamic to the team, and whoever, like you guys said, the recruits will be looking at Texas now too, in my opinion. And I think Texas is going to be on the map again pretty soon with Steve on board.
Yeah. I'm starting to like this hire more and more as this game goes along.
Yeah. Hey,
45.
when I dug a little research, man, and that's why I was like, I think I told you, but I don't know if I told you, but I feel like I said I like the hire, but it was because of the fact of he's like an offensive genius, and the big thing with that is all he needs to do is hire the right staff, hire the right defensive coordinator, hire the right. He already got some coaches in, and then you got to recruit, and then you got to develop. You do those three things, you're in good position down here because you're going to get talent. And he's a guy that's probably going to go to California. He's a guy that's going to go to Louisiana. In fact, the number 2023 quarterback, he's a 6'5", 5-star. He said when Sark came to Texas, he said, I like it. He put it on Twitter.
Yeah. Nice. Shout out to my man, Kesey Ingram. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Part of the X Squad. That's family all day. Does this mean the Cowboys are going to be blowing leads now?
What? No,
that's not what it means.
No. Hey,
he's not going to be the head coach.
That was
That's it.
That was when Dan Quinn was a head coach. Now he's a defensive coordinator, back to where he belongs, and he's going to bring a different mindset to the Cowboys defense. Let's go.
This is the thing too. Some guys, we've seen this so many different times. Some guys are good head coaches, some are not. You have to manage more. It's just not about I'm just gonna call this play. It's about I got to deal with my star player being injured. I got to deal with player personnel. I got to deal with on and off the field issue. It's more to it, and maybe the head coaching thing was just not for him. I think that you look at Jason Garrett; he was a head coach for 10 years, never really accomplished anything. As the coordinator, people was all over him all day. The Ravens were calling him. He just had an interview with the Chargers, I believe, this week. I don't know how that went, but that's a whole other story. Cowboys get a change in coordinator. Sudden Cowboys fans are celebrating. They beat the Patriots.
What? Yo, come on now.
Hey, we get to be excited.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, 5 touchdowns today.
Wow.
This tape right here, again, like DeAnthony said, this is tape for the future. That's the reason why they're not slowing up. That's the reason why you haven't seen them bringing in the backup.
I think they are being. They not the backup quarterback, but I'm seeing players I ain't seen.
Running back, backup running back too.
Yeah, they brought in the backup running back. I mean, look, I'm for the person that says like the game isn't over till it's over. Now people don't like the score ran up. People don't like the score ran up, but stop them in. Stop them. You got a full fourth quarter almost to stop them. So do it.
And I'm not sleeping on Justin Fields anyway. Yeah. I mean, I done seen some wild things that are buried him.
But it's not over yet.
I was thinking, guys, a team that could fit for Mac Jones is New England Patriots.
That's perfect.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What better way to transition? Because it sounds like Cam's not coming back. So what better way to get a guy from Alabama that basically Belichick can mold into whatever he wants. I mean, who knows? It could be another Tom Brady, for all we know.
What pick would you use for him?
So the Patriots they have a high pick this year, right? Yeah, they do. I will not draft them in the first round. Maybe get your receiver in the first round, and then maybe if Mac Jones is available in the second round, try and trade up for him. So I think New England needs to focus on getting their receiver, and I still believe that Devontae Smith should be the receiver, and then you compare him up with Mac Jones in New England. That'd be scary.
Okay, I like it.
What they have him projected as is going 5th round.
Oh wow.
They got Trevor Lawrence first. They got Justin Fields second. Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, and then Kyle Trask. So they got him above Kyle Trask. This is based on CBS Sports. So
that's interesting.
Well, I can see the Patriots. I can see the Patriots pulling that trigger in like the 4th round, though.
Oh, 4th round?
If they really want him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Patriots are picking 15th. So that was from Taryn, not too high.
Hey, Tom Brady didn't go to the 6th round, so
yeah. Like who knows? I mean, anything can honestly happen. Now we didn't talk about this yet. Trey Sermon is out. He had an injury, I believe, on that first drive. Has not come back into the game. They said he was actually going to the hospital. He had something with his collarbone, so I'm hoping everything is good with him. But man, like what the worst possible time to have an injury. Like I feel for this kid because you live for this game. You live for this. You live for the Super Bowls. You live for the national championship games. So they got Master Teague. I thought they were saying Master Teague.
He's a great player too, man. This guy, the Master Teague, can run the ball.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that wiggle though, man. He's almost a slight like a bowling ball, you know.
Yeah, he's a little more bulky. I guess he would be like the Lindell White to the the Reggie Bush. He just got stopped on a run. He tried to bounce to the outside.
Yeah. They went for it on 4th. This could get ugly here, y'all.
Deshaun Watson to the Patriots. Thoughts?
I would say no.
No.
I think he's going to end up staying. I think they're gonna do whatever it takes to keep him. Plus, they just signed him to an extension.
Yeah.
But let's see. They are going for it. Oh no. They did go for it on 4th. Looks like they didn't get it.
It looks like Matt Jones is a little banged up, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what somebody just mentioned in the comments. Najee is back in. Najee, man, I want him. Whatever team's watching this, he's a first rounder.
He's a first round pick. Yep.
He is a little banged up.
Dude,
he got it open again.
Is Ohio State
running back up, man?
Is Ohio State running back in the draft this year?
Trey Sermon?
Yeah, Trey Sermon.
He probably is.
Yeah.
He probably is.
Let's see. Yeah, he's a senior, so he would be going. They got him projected to go to 8th. He's the 8th running back.
Right.
Is that Waddle? Who's number 8?
That's his name just on my tongue.
Yeah, Michi.
Yeah, they could have scored again.
Run it up.
Have Ohio State changed their defense at all?
No, I don't even think it matters. Like what corners do they have? What corners do they have to run with these guys?
True.
Yeah. Now let's rewind back. They end up getting into this game when a lot of people did not have them there.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's play devil's advocate here. Would Clemson have been a better competition for them as we're getting ready to go into the 4th quarter? Would they have been a better competition for Alabama? My answer to that question would be yes.
You want to go?
Who? Go ahead. I said, would Clemson? Yeah, would Clemson be a better competition?
Yes, I think they would. Yeah, I think Clemson would have put a better fight against Alabama, and Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, he's auditioning too, so this would have been his audition game too for the draft. So I think Clemson would have put a better fight. But I think Justin Fields, like you guys said, he fights every game, and this game is not over. But we're heading to the. I mean,
it's about to be the fat lady. What they say? Is the old lady adding over to the fat lady saying?
Yeah.
She warming her voice up.
Yeah, she in the back.
I think Clemson would have put a better fight. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think hindsight is 20/20, so it's easy to say yes, and I think the Clemson offense to me presents a scarier offense with Lawrence and Antonine, however you say his name.
Yeah.
But I don't see Clemson defense stopping this Alabama offense. I think it's one of those things where they're probably maybe routing both teams. I mean, because I don't think it's a defense that can stay up with them. So sure, it's a back and forth thing for a little while. But as soon as they get a couple of stops and they keep scoring, we'll see what we're seeing right now.
Yeah. Ohio State's defensive scheme is straight out of Madden rookie mode. Hey, shots fired. 10 with the shots fired tonight. Clemson would have been a much better matchup. And honestly, they didn't beat Ohio State, though. So the fact is, Clemson had their opportunity, and they could not capitalize on it. But I thought this was going to be a repeat of the past couple of years, Clemson and Bama. It didn't work out that way. I mean, we got the fourth quarter. We've seen weirder things happen, but they got a lot of ground to make up. And the fact is, they got to make a stop. They got to make a stop. You can't. If they score, you cannot let them score again.
But as you say that, Ben, I kind of laugh inside because they haven't been able to stop them this far. They're not going to be able to stop them going forward.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. That's the honest truth right there.
I mean, I think they got literally, y'all. This is funny. They have like 1 stop, 2 stops. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that, but it don't seem like
it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, and they're on the goal line.
Yep.
So yeah, with Najee Harris in. So basically, if you give him a pass to the outside, or Najee's got opportunity to score again, which this will possibly give him 3. Give him 3 touchdowns on the day. He's already got 2.
Smith has a triple.
touchdown. First down. They just can't do nothing.
Yeah.
First down.
I would say defense is like gassed out.
And at some point, you gotta be feeling defeated. Like you're human. Like at some point, you gotta be like, man, like, coach, what are we gonna do? And coach, like, I don't know. Try to tackle him.
And he don't know. He don't know. So we see that he don't know. He getting his butt tore up. This is also a coaching mismatch. So don't be surprised if the Ohio State media, radio, and fans are not going off on this defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
What happened? Devontae Smith is walking in the back. I don't know. He's holding his hand like it's.
Yeah, he hurt his. I thought they said his finger.
Yeah,
maybe somebody can come in and let us know for sure.
Yeah, he's holding it like he's got a splint or something on it.
I think right now, I'll do a. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I'll do a quick strike to the outside, almost like a little screen, and let the wide receiver go in.
Oh,
they might just run the ball. They probably gonna run it though.
Oh, yeah. Taryn said ETN's name is ETN. Yeah, pronounced
ETN. Yeah, I always mess that up. Taryn, you must be an English major. You be on top of the pronunciations. ETN. Thank you for that. But Devontae, man, you had a great day.
Like, yeah, three touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. You're right. 215 yards. I don't even think did he play the second half?
I don't think so. I don't.
That's numbers in the first half. Najee Harris.
I think he played second half. I think he did. I think only 1 series, but I'm not sure.
Huh.
Najee Harris with another touchdown. That's his 3rd.
Let's go
of the day.
Roll Tide. Roll Tide.
Wow.
What is
this? What are they winning by? Man.
We are the champions.
They're about to let the confetti fall in Miami.
Let's go.
It is okay. Listen, y'all. Let's play a little game. It's 13-15 to go.
Right.
If they wanted to, they can score 21 points
in 13 minutes.
That's 70 points. I don't think we realize what we're seeing. This doesn't happen every day. Now they might take their foot off the gas, but if they wanted to, they could put 70 plus on them.
Yes.
And honestly, if we go back, I'm gonna go back
80 points.
I'm gonna go back to their schedule. That's what they did in the regular season.
Yeah.
Like, if you can see it, the screen is shared. I don't know if you can see it on the sidebar. But 52 to 46, 52 to 3. They scored 55, 63 on Kentucky.
Yes.
63 and then 52. Like they've been doing this all year. So it's not like they just doing this on the big stage against a team that they honestly I thought was going to be better competition. But they're about to put up 60. They're going to put up 60. And that's, I don't know what type of record this is. It could be.
And to me, what's fascinating is you see a lot of teams, a lot of games where a team will jump out and then they'll kind of go through a dry spell. It's like this thing has been rolling the whole game. I think that's an impressive component as well.
Yeah, it's very impressive because just to be able to do this for an entire game, and you could let up, but I don't think they are. Even if they put the backup in, I don't think he's not gonna let up either.
Nah, that's funny, man. Like we're seeing a beat down, and we like, nah, they not letting up. I know the people in Ohio State are going, oh,
I know.
For the backups, though, this is like their audition for them too, because whether or not they're gonna find a starting role for the Alabama, I think this could the backup. I mean, the quarterback he's gonna start next year, but for the other backup players, I think that it could be for audition too. So
yeah, true. I mean, I guarantee you, Saban is thinking about next year. I guarantee you, he is, just because, like, you got to think about your team for the next year because you're going to be building a championship team next year too. Like, it doesn't matter. So
I think to me,
if Bryce Young gets in.
Yeah, and that'd be very interesting. And also to me, this defense is going to have to continue to grow. That's probably Bama's only. And you say weakness, they're only giving up probably 21 points or something, 14 points, but still, that's like the only Achilles heel. This team is just loaded, man, and he recruits year after year, and he develops. I think that's another thing. Saban doesn't just recruit well; he develops the players well.
True.
My former co-host Ariel Schaefer, she goes to Alabama, so she must be feeling pumped right now.
Yeah. Anybody that's connected to Alabama, you got to be feeling good because you're about to get another one. Here's the top performance they got right here: 36 for 44 for Mac Jones. Wow, 464 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's almost nuts. That's a near perfect game.
MVP right there. MVP.
I think you gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns. I mean, you could give it to Devontae Smith too, 215 with 3 touchdowns, but Mac Jones with 5, man. If I'm an NFL scout, my notebook is full right now.
Yes.
Yep.
Looks like they're working on his ankle.
Roll Tide, we are the champions. Let's go.
And you know what else I'm doing too, Ben? From watching this game, I'm also, if I'm a coach, I'm saying, let's see if we can get a couple of those Sark plays. Let's see if we can put that in our scheme. That's what I would do too if I'm an NFL guy, because I think you can borrow a few of those RPO plays. Now a lot of that's already in the NFL, but still.
That's a really good point. I mean, like, you got to be looking at this, like, what of this is he gonna bring to Texas? If you're Oklahoma, if you're Iowa State, if you're one of those teams in the Big 12, you got to be taking notes too.
Is
for real, I don't see how you can sleep doing that.
Is the Texas quarterback is coming back for another year, right? So Sam, what's his name? Sam is
now he's leaving. But they got wow, how did Justin Fields get that off? Wow, that was a tough one.
You said, but they got who? Yeah.
Who they got?
He's leaving, but they got a youngster, I think Thompson. I think they got a Thompson. They got a two young quarterbacks coming up. Plus, you never know, Sark probably will recruit one next year.
Yeah.
You never know. He could be having transfer you like
he could. Yep. I can really see that. I can really see that happening, Ben. Because think about it.
Just getting guy after guy after guy, just transferring.
Yeah, think about it. Like we talked about the recruits the other players in college football see this too. So if you're a little quarterback at North Carolina State, I'm just making it up. But you see this, you're like, man, that's kind of a school I wouldn't mind transferring to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. Man, it is not
Justin Fields.
looking.
He just had an okay night. Just haven't been able to do much, man.
Yeah.
It is.
And I wonder, how much is this injury bugging him?
Yeah.
Because he did take a pretty big hit at one point.
In my opinion, I think they should take him out now and then let him focus for the draft. Before any injury happens, though, that's a risk.
Yeah, but you probably have to carry him on a shield to get him to come out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's probably a guy with a competitive nature.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably thinking, I don't play this long.
And then also, this was one of the safeties, I believe, for Bama got ejected because he had a helmet to helmet hit. So they've been playing with a backup.
Yeah, I've seen that call. They're almost making it where the defenders, it's hard to play ball, like, because football is such a bang bang sport. It's like you gotta hit the player to make the play to break up the ball, but then you get called for a helmet to helmet or whatnot. So that was a tough loss for them, but it don't look like it affected them that much.
All right, I got some numbers over here. If you guys want to hear it, so from they compared Joe Burrow's national championship game to Mac Jones. It's almost identical. So Joe Burrow had 463 yards with 5 touchdowns, and then Mac Jones has 427 with 5. So man, that's crazy.
And I mean, if we're being honest, he can surpass Joe in a sense that he can keep these numbers going up if they want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna get the ball probably 2 times, maybe. Yeah, at least probably.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. I mean, you really have nothing to lose.
Yeah, I will empty that clip.
Now they going. Ohio State's going on a drive. Let's see. At this point, why are you handing the ball off? Like, I understand you maybe want to mix it up, but you got to just throw the ball. I don't know if you got time to be. That's just running out the clock. They're not playing. They're not doing no hurry up. They're just taking their time back to the line. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Look like that's all they got, man. It looked like at this point they're,
they had to go.
I think they're just running their offense, man.
Yeah.
At this point, no, they should just no huddle, no huddle, no huddle. Like, just go, go.
Yeah, they still handing the ball off. Master Teague. Yeah. I thought they were saying Master T, but they was I think
that seems like people have said that though, Ben. Man, Phil better be careful before he get hit, man.
Yeah.
That dude, hey, he's probably gonna get he's really getting really close to getting sacked.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be the rest of this game. And again, we've been talking about Alabama all night. All of their team is a bunch of first rounders. So you think of the backups are future first rounders. The first string is future first rounders. Like any level on this team, if they're suited up,
right,
they're probably going to be a first rounder at some point in time if they just play well.
And you know what's funny though too, Ben? They also got a couple freshmen. I feel like maybe one freshman, a couple freshmen or sophomores playing too. So you're talking about freshmen or sophomore playing it already. That just lets you know the talent of these guys they're bringing in. That they have young players that can play and contribute to a championship team, which means they're going to be good for quite a while.
Yeah. And speaking of that, you got John Michie. He's catching passes. He's a sophomore. Slade Bolden caught a touchdown pass. He's a sophomore. If you go to the secondary, Jordan Battle, the one that got thrown out, he's a sophomore, so he's going to be back.
See? Yeah, see? Mm-hmm.
And then
they're young too, so Saban is doing – he got that machine rolling. That was a nice touchdown right there, y'all. Did he catch it?
Delayed. Looks like he did.
Now look at it.
No.
They show the replay.
Oh, that's close, y'all. That's close. You'll see the replay, Ben.
That was a beautiful pass. Ooh,
it was.
Look like he got one foot in.
Man.
He got 1 foot in. Now I don't know. It was on the line. I know you got to cross the
but
line.
see, look at the ball though. It looked like the ball came down when the ball came out when he was coming down.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not stable. I don't know. They gonna give it to. I don't know if they gonna give it to him. Are they gonna challenge it?
No, that's not touchdown. That's not touchdown. He didn't have control, and when he gained control, his foot was already out.
They're about to wave the white flag, leave match and match.
This is when you pull the. This is when you turn the PlayStation off.
Nah, for real, Joker's like it's over, man.
Man, Taryn with the shots fired, huh?
Yeah, man. Taryn is killing it right now in the chat, man. Also, as we got a commercial break right now, the YouTube channel is now monetized. So shout out to all the listeners, supporters, man.
Hey, congrats, man. Congrats on this paper. Yo, congrats, that. By the way. Congrats.
Appreciate that. You can
that's big.
You can donate and support with super chat or super stickers on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, we appreciate you. If you're on Twitter, we appreciate you also, man. And I'll share what I know with anybody. YouTube is a weird beast, man.
Yeah.
People think you can get one video, and if that one video blows or pops like that, that'll get you monetized. And that's what happened. I had a couple of videos that just went viral. And
wow, I didn't even know that.
That's how it works.
That's awesome.
So yeah, good. Keep building, man. We could keep doing shows like this. Maybe I don't know, depending on what's going on, we could do an NFL draft one, maybe a Super Bowl one. I don't know. I'm probably gonna watch the Super Bowl. I don't know if I want to do a show during that, but
yeah.
But man, we could keep doing this. This
is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, big congrats on that, man. I mean, you've been at it. I remember when you were doing it years ago, and I was like, man, this is a beautiful thing you got here. I seen the potential. I don't know when I told you that, man. It had to be about 4 years ago. Yeah. But I just seen what could be, and that's before podcasts and all that really took off.
Yeah. Yeah. And now everybody doing a podcast. Everybody has a YouTube channel, and that just shows though that you can reach the potential and what you want to do. And I'm still growing, and I'm still learning. And there's still more things I want to do with the channel and with BSC Radio. So definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're all
okay, y'all. The call back on, y'all. I say that's not a catch.
It was bobbling. I'm watching on YouTube TV.
That was a good effort, man.
Yeah, it's not steady.
That was a good effort.
Man. Bama got to pull their starters. Their players are getting hurt. I mean, you could go ahead and pull Mac Jones, bring in the backup. Let the backup get some run. You can put in the backup. Michael says that was 50-50. Yeah, that was a 50-50 call. I agree with you there.
Yeah, but the thing about it is when he was going out, when he regained control, it looks like his foot was on the line. That's why I was like, oh, I think it was a good effort though, man. That was almost a bang play. Oh, that's a big flag. You know what? I mean, Ohio State, they be getting beat, but they still fighting though.
Yeah. I mean, you got to. You got to. It's you're on the national stage too. I mean, that would be my thing. I'm not gonna give up. I know we down by a lot.
Man, and I gotta give Justin Fields a lot of credit, man. He's a gamer. That kid's a gamer. Let me say this, y'all. If Georgia would have had him, they probably would have a ring by now.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember he was at Georgia at one time.
Yep.
I don't know why. Man, Georgia should have kept him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened with that?
I think
I heard there was a racial incident and maybe a playing time thing. I don't know if somebody said the N word to him or what, but I heard it was an incident and then probably playing time or whatnot.
Was that that was with Kirby?
Yeah, Kirby's team. Yep.
Yeah, and I wonder too, like when he was getting a ton of recruits. You know, he had but I don't know if Gurley was there. Was Gurley there when he was there? When was Kirby there when Gurley and Chubb and
no, he came just after them, I think.
Came just after them. Okay. But yeah, Justin Fields was gonna be the next big thing. And that didn't end up working out.
I didn't realize Georgia have already been in the national championship game. I didn't realize they played Alabama a couple years ago. Georgia, that's a team y'all can't sleep on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've had top QBs. Now they got drafted in the first round. Eason, Stafford, you go way back, but Eason is probably the most recent one.
No, but they're getting the top recruiting classes year after year. When you look up recruiting classes, you'll see Georgia near the top year after year. Yeah. And I think I'm surprised, man. A lot of people say they got a bag, man, but I mean, what schools don't nowadays?
Now, is that a touchdown? Nope.
That was close. What about that right foot? Let's see.
Is that Olave?
Oh, that's okay. That looks like a touchdown, y'all. But I need to see his feet though.
No.
That's a touchdown.
Did he drag one? Looked like one foot was out.
But I think one was in. Yeah, I think that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Man, that's a heck of an effort. I think this kid is a freshman being from Texas. Ohio State been coming down recruiting in Texas. This that was that Smith or that was the other brother. But the guy Smith on the other catch, he's from Texas, man. Ohio State been coming down here recruiting like crazy.
Yeah, that was Olave. Chris Olave.
The receiver, right?
Yeah. He's a junior. He may be coming out. You talking about G Smith?
Yeah, that kid he's from Texas.
Yeah, man. Hey, Texas is definitely where it's at, man. If you're trying to really get that talent, where we live, breed, football. And I know you've been covering, so let's touch on that. It's commercial break. Let's touch on that.
I've been covering it, man. It's nothing like Texas high school football. I know people in Florida, maybe California, maybe Louisiana, some will object to that. Georgia, they play good football too. But when you're talking about filling up, stadiums with 15 and 25, 35,000 people, when you're talking about, TV media out there, sidelines looking like a college media, like it's not just the football, it's like the spectacle of it. And I've been blessed to be a part of it, man. I've been on the field. I've been at filming the coin toss. I've been really right in the middle of it, particularly going, we're just covering our teams and taking pictures and just being right in the middle of this. So the opportunity came open for me to get on the field because not everybody can do that. But I've been enjoying it, man. Been seeing these guys up close. It's a lot of talent down here, man.
Nice.
That's awesome. Keep up the great work, man.
Yep.
Cedar Hill is in the championship game.
Yeah, they played for the state championship against Katy, which is a name that if people out of town, they probably heard of Katy. That's a story program. But there's Katy is 1-2 versus them. So they met like 3 times and Cedar Hill 1-2. So this will be Cedar Hill's 4th championship in the past decade and a half. And they got Carlos Lynn from Carlos.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we used to go to church together. Cedar Hill. He coached. He was the defensive coordinator there when they won.
Back in the day, sure was. Went to Arlington, Seguin, and then came back. So,
Yep.
yep.
Olave with the toe tap. California football better. I don't know, man.
Now this is a big war, but y'all don't play. Yeah, I'm talking about when it's talking about organized football, the quarterback position. Texas is just up there right now, but Cali, Florida, y'all right there. Really, Florida got a claim to be number one. We talking about the size of what they produce in the NFL.
Yeah,
they're on another level, to be honest.
Can Smith make this big an impact in the NFL?
Can Smith?
Still young. He's still young. I think he was a sophomore. Boy, that's dangerous, man. That's dangerous, Fields. Oh, that was on 4th down? Wow, he should have ran that.
Wait, what? Can Smith is sophomore, I think.
Oh, yeah. I just seen it. Yeah, wide open field.
You know what? He probably didn't want to risk getting hit, though, man.
Yeah. At this point, man, I know his ribs probably got to be throbbing right now. Oh, my God. Well, I don't know. It was closing in. He probably wouldn't have made it. He would have had to make a pretty nice move. 32.
He would have probably got popped, too.
Yeah.
Well, I know that feel good for them seniors, man. Y'all had a season and y'all was able to get a ring.
Yep.
Ooh, Ohio State coach, he peed off, boy. They finna keep running their offense.
Why are there no challenges in college football? You get 2 in the NFL, you get 3 in college volleyball. I thought there aren't there challenges?
Yeah, you get. I don't. Was it 1 or 2? You get a challenge. I think.
I thought they made one. I don't know if they.
Yeah, I'm tripping. You do. Duh, you get a challenge. I know that from playing football, NCAA. Yeah, you get a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now Michael said,
can
Smith make a big impact in the NFL? What Smith is he?
Oh, he's talking about Devontae.
Yeah, Devontae.
I mean, it looks like he can.
Yeah.
If you look at OBJ is skinny. You look at a lot of guys are built well. Stephon Diggs is not that big. I think he can. I think he is gonna have to put on some weight though.
No, but he's gonna be a big. He's gonna be a star in the league, big impact player, Devontae Smith. I think he's gonna the first, like you said, you can put up some. You have to put some size up, but in the future, like next 2-3 years, he's gonna be a legitimate star in the league. Devontae Smith.
I mean, to be fair, he haven't showed us that he's not. This is back 1,000-yard season. I gotta be honest. I was hearing so much about Ruggs and Judy that I kind of slept on him. But he was putting up good numbers last year. So he if he can do that in college, in the SEC, why can't he do it in the NFL?
Yeah.
And he's going to continue to train and get a little size on him because he's a hard worker.
So something happened with his finger. So he looks like he got it in a cast. So he's on the sideline.
That's tough, dude. That's tough because you kind of want to see what could he run up a little more? That sucks.
Yeah, 215 on the day. That's not even playing. He probably had 1 catch in the second half. That's 12 catches, 215 yards, 3 touchdowns, basically in the first half.
Let's go.
That's
that kid got some big hands, man.
That's wild. Yeah, and to win the Heisman too. The last wide receiver to win the Heisman was Desmond
Howard. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that alone, man, you don't, as a wide receiver, it takes a lot.
What did they got him going in the draft, Ben?
Let me see.
I'm sure he's a first rounder.
Devontae Smith is a first rounder, I think.
If you go, if you go first, they got him. They got him going to the Eagles at number 6.
What pick? Number 6. Oh,
wait, what?
That's interesting. Yeah. Hey, I like that. I kind of like that.
No, I don't want to see him in Philly. No way. No.
Philly is in a
They're in a shit show right now.
Yeah, they're in some struggles right now. They don't have a coach. Who's going to be the quarterback next year? I think that was the reason why Doug got fired, because he made that move.
Didn't I come on this show and man, I'll be right, man. I came on this show and said, Ben, they don't believe in Jalen Hurts. I said that like 2 weeks ago, and they benched him. They don't believe in him, man. And see, that sucks, because what do you do if you're the Eagles? Do you drop the quarterback, or do you give your veteran another chance? They're in a tricky position, I tell you that much.
They are. They're not in a good spot at all. So we got the mock draft pulled up. Let's see how many players we got from Ohio State, from Alabama. We got Justin Fields going to the Jets.
The Jets.
That
kind of sucks for him, y'all. Be honest.
That's a horrible spot right now. That's a horrible spot. And then we got. Let me go back to the list. We got. Let's see.
Who do the Cowboys? Who do they have the Cowboys taking at 10?
Let me see. We got Devontae Smith going at 6, and then we got Waddle going 7 to the Lions.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I draft Waddle that high, and it's not because of his injuries. It's because, man, I don't know. He just seems kind of like a kick returner, slot guy. I don't know if you draft. I wouldn't draft him that high, to be honest. But I could be in the minority with that.
It'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna share the screen so we can pull this up. But Patrick Surtain going number 10.
That kid is a shutdown corner. I like him.
From Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm all in. I'm all in with that. We need
defensive backs. We need defensive backs, and Dan Quinn will mold them into the best defensive back as possible. So,
did y'all know his daddy, Patrick Surtain Sr., was a great cornerback for Miami?
Oh wow,
all pro.
They got Kyle Pitts going to Giants, huh? Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. Michael saying New York needs New York Giants need a wideout. Well, it looks like they may be getting Kyle Pitts. I know he's a catching tight end. So I don't know. They got Ingram. I don't know. They're not. I don't know if they're happy with Ingram or not. Wentz
I think that's the guy you gotta pick.
Wentz is going to the Bears, and Hurts will take over. I don't think he's going to the Bears. I think he will. I think he is going to the Colts. The writing's on the wall. Like, the success he had was with Frank Wright. Yeah. Frank Wright is in Indianapolis, and I guarantee you, what's his name? The quarterback that's there now, Phillip Rivers, is not going to be the starter. He's probably going to retire, and obviously they don't believe in Jacoby Brissett, so they're probably going to bring Wentz over there.
Okay, I think it's time to pull Fields, man. Now it's time, because he's just taking unsenseless hits. My bad, I had to say that.
Yeah, 5 minutes left. I mean, at some point you gotta. Hey, interesting. You got USC. I'm just catching up. Ooh, his head just bounced off. Yeah, it's time. His head just bounced off the turf.
You see, I didn't even see that. I just see he keep getting hit, and whenever a quarterback he getting hit, nothing that doesn't spell well for nothing.
Sammy Sadu says Ohio State died. To Ohio State fans that are in pain now, cheer up. At least you're not Michigan. That's true.
That's true.
And let's talk about this right now. They just signed Harbaugh to an extension.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get
how does what he's done deserve an extension unless they're just homers and they're just a stand of Harbaugh? That's the only thing I can think of. They're in love with this guy, and they haven't beat Ohio State once.
Yeah, the only thing I can think is if they're trying to develop some continuity. I've heard that they are putting some players in the NFL. Mm-hmm. But to me, at this point, you're going to get 4 losses a year probably. Is that what Michigan is now? And if it is, okay. I think we got to ask, what is Michigan? Because to me, I look at Michigan. Oh man, they're running back for Bama. I look at Michigan like a team that should win 10, maybe 11 games. If y'all can't do that, something not right. But maybe they're trying to keep that continuity and see what can come about if they keep this thing, give him more time. I don't know if I agree with that though.
And that's the senior. Johnson or Robinson. Robinson's senior. Yeah, Najee's not going back in there. It looks like he's cheesing on the sideline. Mac Jones is limping around. Mac, come on out, man.
Damn.
Matt, he must have said he want to stay in. Because if he's still in there, it got to be a reason.
It's got to be. Mac Jones, also talking about Mac Jones, the CBS has him going number 19 to the Washington football team.
What?
First round.
What?
Yeah. Right there, Mac Jones.
Damn.
I
know they don't have we all know that they don't have Haskins. Alex Smith's probably gonna retire. Now the kid Heineke, what he did in that playoff game, you got to give him a look. At least he's gonna be the backup, but you got to give him a look.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great.
First round?
Yeah, first round is a bit much. But, it's one of those things like, you had Daniel Jones with the Giants. It's one of those things where, a team is going to be risky. Oh, Bryce Young, the young quarterback's coming in, y'all. Wow. Tip, you had a good game, Jones. I mean, you had a good game, Mac.
He probably gonna win. He probably gonna win the MVP.
MVP. He deserves it. For sure.
With that stat sheet. So Trevor Lawrence first.
He got the record, y'all. He got the record for the most passing yards.
Yeah,
man.
That's why he was still in. Hey man, you got to give this kid his props, man. We gotta give him his props.
Yep.
I didn't think I would see an offense as good as Joe Burrow last year.
Wow, man, does not get any better than that, man. Trevor Lawrence, number one. Justin Fields, as we talk about QBs. Zach Wilson. Now, this was how long ago? This was 14 hours ago. Zach Wilson going number 4 to Atlanta.
Man, what's the thing with him? I'm not sold on him. He doesn't look big enough.
I don't know why they got him so high. Trey Lance going 8 to Carolina. And then
I like that. I do like that.
Trey Lance at Carolina.
Yeah.
But can they give him weapons? Can they give him weapons? When was the last time Carolina had a dominant receiver?
It's been a minute. Alabama so far, they've got, I believe, five players going in the first round.
How many of them are the linemen? Because I know they got a couple of linemen. Have to.
I got Leatherwood. Leatherwood going to Chicago.
And what pick?
At number right after Mac Jones.
Okay. Wow. That was a nice run. Hey, that backup nice. Robinson.
Yeah, he's a senior too. So this is last year. Unless he redshirted.
Oh, you know what? I think he can come back with that COVID thing. I forgot about that, y'all. Yeah, I forgot COVID. They said that with the COVID, you can come back another year. Man, there's gonna be some players that need to utilize that.
Yeah, for real, they better. I mean, to get that rare opportunity, you might as well. A minute 30 left.
All right, where's my champagne bottle? Let's go.
Okay, that center right here, y'all. He got to be going to the NFL, y'all. He's 6 foot. He's 6'5", y'all. He won the award for the best center.
Mm-hmm. Is that Dickerson?
Yeah, that's Dickerson. Is he on the big board? Probably second or third rounder.
Yeah, I don't see him in the first. But
he's big, man.
He is. All right, well, here we go. We got the kneel down.
Y'all know what? That kid is small. That backup is small. Wow. That kid is about 5. He's about 5'11", maybe.
He's shorter than the wide receiver he was just standing next to.
Man, he's little.
Hmm.
He's 5'10", baby.
Tua not that tall either.
Nah, he not. Oh, they're happy, boy. Won a championship.
Yeah.
Saban probably saying, put my tail down now.
You know, he's like, get ready for next year.
They had him in the Aaron Rodgers. I just know how Saban is.
There it is. 52-24.
Absolute. And this could have been. Hey, this could have been much worse. Let's just say that for the record.
That's real. It could have been.
Nick Saban with 7 rings now. That's insane.
Man. Yeah, you know what I wonder, man? I wonder what's the conversation in Ohio like.
I don't know.
I wonder. That's gonna be interesting to see.
It is. Especially with them getting there. But you gotta wonder what it's gonna look like next year. I wonder what Ohio State who's their backup gonna be. Who their starter's gonna be.
I don't know about next year, but I know in a couple years they have the number 1 prospect who is out of South Lake. His name Quinn Ewers. He's the number 1 player in the country. So he's a commit. But it's going to be interesting to see if that young man won't consider Texas because he's from South Lake. He was originally a UT Longhorn commit, but he flipped to Ohio State. After seeing his game, I wonder do he think over that again? Because he doesn't come out to next year. Quinn Ewers. Yeah, he's the number 1 player in the country. Yep, he's nice too. He can make just about every throw. I've seen him play a couple times.
Yeah. And South Lake, man, they put so many guys in the league.
Yeah, they beat Duncanville, and that's amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
Alabama, man, they beat their butt. I mean, Ohio State offense played decent, but they had no answer on defense.
They beat the brakes off of them. That's what you call that. That's what you expect them to do though. If you're the big team, you're expected to do this. Nick Saban is basically Sonic the Hedgehog, 7 rings.
Dang. Yeah, this is we gotta understand we're seeing something rare, man. 7 rings is rare.
And he got the possibility to win more.
Yeah, facts.
He's gonna win one next year too. Watch.
He don't want to talk about that type of stuff. I seen how he looked when she asked him that. He looking like, man, I don't want to talk about that. I'm ready for another one. See, I told you. He said I ain't thought about that. Yeah, Saban. He don't. It's the process. He loves the process. It's not the winning. It's the getting there.
And Saban's gonna be 70 this year.
That's crazy. It's insane.
You don't even look 70.
Nah, he don't. He looks healthy. He looked like he ready to go recruit tonight.
Yeah, really. all he got to do is send the kid a text.
Yo, hey, did you see that?
Well,
send him a text and say, "Did you see that?"
Yeah. Hey, it's Nick.
Right.
We talked about this. Man,
we talked about getting you a ring. It'll be as easy as you just seen. Now, if you're Ohio State, what do you say? Half of our team was hurt.
Yeah.
That sounds like
the headlines is gonna be interesting in Ohio tomorrow. So,
I follow this site. Man. 247 Sports, and they have the game reaction where the people on the message boards. Man, them folks be going off, so I know they about to lose it right now.
I'm pulling it up right now.
The site
it's for the team, or it's like the news feed.
But see, the thing is, you have to pay to kind of see the comments. I got a little subscription, But yeah, it's called 247 Sports, and then you can just type in Ohio State message board, and they be going off, man. I know they going off right now. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
Yeah.
They probably calling for their defensive coordinator on the cool.
Probably after this. Bama is just in a different league of their own. True, Michael. They are.
Like I said, they can beat an NFL team. That's how they can definitely beat an NFL team, I think, in my opinion.
So Devontae Smith's getting the interview right now. He's in sweats. He had an injury to his hand, but I had a heck of a day. Just in the first half, 215 yards, 3 touchdowns.
How many rings are we in with? About 2?
Devontae? I think so, yeah.
Well, he had 3 touchdowns.
You said how many rings?
Oh, rings.
At 2018, 19, and this year. So we got 3.
Wow. 3. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, do you think Alabama can beat an NFL team?
Yeah, I would say.
I wouldn't go that far. Because you're dealing with a different components.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Ben?
The Jets, maybe.
Yes.
We'll see who's gonna win the MVP. We'll
Mac Jones, or it got to be Mac Jones or Devontae Smith, I think, or Najee Harris too in there too. So
you got to give it to Jones.
You got to give
it to Mac, man. He broke the record.
The NCAA already tried a college football team versus NFL team that went as perfect as Kansas football season.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, in the NFL, it's a different beast. Like, even the bad teams, they're still professionals. So you're dealing with guys who've been at that craft for, let's say, 5 years. They may not be cold, but they're physically there.
That's true. Man, so the game, if you're not aware already, 52-24, they could have put up 60. We were calling it. They were going to put up 60. I thought they were. They only
they let they put up the gas.
Yeah. So while we're talking, Nick Saban. Everybody heard the Nick Saban to Jacksonville story?
What? Nick Saban, what?
Yeah.
Oh, no, not Nick Saban.
Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer. I know what you were talking about.
My bad, Bama fans. Don't have a heart attack.
That's wild.
It's saying that he's begun assembling a staff. Like, he be quick, man. Urban Meyer is quick.
Do you think?
Hey, do we get somebody from Ohio State? You know, he got some roots there.
Justin Field, number one pick? No.
You may get Ryan Day. Who knows? It's gonna be.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That's an opportunity. I didn't even think.
That's a good idea, and that'll be a step up for him. What would you say though? Going from a head coach to offensive coordinator though, is that a step up?
In the NFL, yeah. If you're going from the college to NFL, I think that's because if you do well, who knows? Okay, so they're going through the championships. 2009, 2011. That's when he had McCarron. Let's go to the next one.
And I don't remember Bama with an offensive high power like this though, man. They usually rely heavily on the run. This the most I've seen them do a lot of plays.
2015. That's when they had Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry been a beast for a long time, y'all.
Yeah. 2K King right there. Over 2,000 yards.
2017, they were showing Devontae Smith catching a touchdown pass. And then now, 2007.
I remember when he won one with LSU, man. It's like they had good defenses. They had okay offenses, but they always had good defenses, man. He came to Alabama and did the same thing, but just on another level.
what he's been able to do here is build it on both sides. Like
Yeah.
It's unmatched.
Yeah.
No, yeah. There hadn't really been a team. Clemson was the only team. They did it twice, but Clemson was the only team that could really come and compete with them.
Yeah. And as much as I like Clemson, and they're right there, they're an elite team. I still don't get the feeling that they're Bama though. It's like Bama, to be honest, is either they're by themselves or watch Georgia. I mean, I keep saying that, and they haven't won that yet. But I look at Georgia, they look like an NFL team. It's just that they're missing either a quarterback, they're missing something. But they're a team that's going to eventually be going to head up with Alabama. Because Georgia, they have top 3, 4 recruiting classes. If you look it up, they'll be top 3, feel like every year. So eventually, that talent is going to transfer.
Nick Saban is the Thanos of Alabama. So we'll stay on till we get to the MVP, which should be Mac Jones. He broke the record. Hey man, Mac had a great tape. Najee Harris had a great tape. Devontae, who's gonna go in the first round, had a great tape. He won the Heisman. There's really no better year you can have than what he had this year.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
he wasn't injured at all. He just got injured just now. In this game,
and what's fascinating too, Ben, is looking at him. He was a guy that was putting up 200 yards. I mean, I think he almost had 300 yards. Like, I don't remember the last time I've seen those performances where the player had such, that many yards. Like, this was a memorable year because I would look up Devontae Smith 290 yards. How? Another game? Like, he was doing it consistently all year.
Yeah, let's pull up the game log and see what he had. Hold on.
Some boy got them another ring, man.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see who gonna be next year. OU, some of y'all other schools, y'all LSU, what y'all gonna do? Y'all won a championship and went to the bottom.
Yeah, they fell off a cliff. They lost a lot of players though.
They did, but see, that's the difference between them and Bama though.
Exactly. Those teams can only do it for 1 year. Bama does it every year.
Yep, and they restock. Look at the coaching staff. Like, it's amazing, man. He's probably lost 5 to 10 coaches in the last 10 years, easy. And he just keep replacing.
His coaching tree is mad. I'm gonna pull that up in a minute. Mm-hmm. But Devontae Smith, 89 yards, 63, 164, 167, 73, had 203 against Mississippi State, had 231 against LSU. And then when we get to the playoffs, 184 against Florida, 130, and then 215 tonight.
So that's what almost 3 or 4 times he went over 200. Like that. That's some pretty big stats, man. And it was probably a situation where they would let their foot out the gas in some of them games.
Yeah. Michael says, but that money in college was better. I don't know if he's talking about maybe talking about Ryan Day. USC winning it all in college football next year.
What? Come on now.
I'll believe it if and when I see it.
JK.
And then he said just joking.
Oh, okay.
He's a UFC fan.
Yeah, y'all had y'all heyday. Y'all had y'all day when y'all was some man. I remember them days with Bush and Mike Williams, 6'5" receivers, Carson Palmer. I remember them teams.
And then Pete Carroll bounced, and it all went to hell.
Yeah, he bounced when that trouble came. He knew it was some issues coming.
My Gators will be ready next year. I hope so. They don't have Cal Trask.
Are y'all gonna be ready at quarterback? Or y'all? Can y'all be the Georgia team that's loaded? Let's see what y'all do without that quarterback this year, and also without Pitts.
Yep, I'm gonna look up. Let me see who their depth. The backup is Emory Jones. He's a red shirt.
He's pretty good in the ball game. He was throwing up everywhere, but he was a decent player. But I mean, it's a difference between coming in for a few plays and going against the SEC schedule the whole season.
Yeah, let me pull up. Let me share the screen again. I'm gonna pull up Nick Saban's coaching tree. Look at that. Look at that list right there.
That's crazy.
Man, that looked like a book report.
Exactly.
I said,
Man, Mike Locksley too. Wow, I didn't know Mike Locksley was on there.
Eric Dooley, he coached in NFL. Kirby,
yep. Joe Judge, yep. Buster Jones.
And a lot of them are still coaching.
Dan Quinn, yep. Mm-hmm.
Dan Quinn was there too?
Yeah, Dan Quinn is right there.
Man. All right, we're at the
Jason Garrett too, by the way. Jason Garrett too.
Jimbo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jimbo was in that. Yeah, you got a long list. Long list. Alabama is still not a women's volleyball school. Sad but true. He's a volleyball guy. Larry B and I are UFC fans. All right, let's see who's gonna win. Whoever sees it first, you can go ahead and shout it out. I think it's probably gonna be
Mac Jones, hopefully.
Look like the offensive line celebrate now. That's neat to see. You don't really see them celebrate first.
All right, man. They're the ones. They're the ones pushing, man.
Yeah, big Leatherwood, and that kid's big.
Good Lord, that's 70.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest offensive lines I've seen. I mean, straight across the board, they average at least 3-something, probably about 6'4", 6'5".
He looked like Henry, the wrestler Mark Henry.
Mark Henry,
like he bench pressing people.
You can actually tell they're excited though, man. That's a big win in a season like this. They had nobody really gave them competition, man. They were locked in.
Most in AP poll era, Nick Saban, 7 national championships. Gotta give props though, like we mentioned it earlier, Eddie Robinson. Man, the majority of this team is about to go to the league.
Yep.
But man, they got a couple young guys, man. I think Harris and a couple young guys that on defense, man. They were like sophomores.
Terrence said Mac Jones.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Oh, he said will be. Yeah.
Can Saban give us a big smile though?
Yeah.
He did.
It's Devontae Smith.
Oh, they gave it to Devontae Smith?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Wow.
Hey, he had a record day. I thought they would have gave it to Mac, man. With
I can't believe that. Oh, I can't believe that. Well, he did go off though. He had 200-some yards. That's tough.
In the first half, basically.
Yeah, in the first half.
That is crazy.
But you know what though? As good as Mac Jones was, he was off a few throws. I mean, you can't say that about Devontae. He was pretty much locked in all game.
Yeah, he wasn't celebrating. He and when he got open, he just ran past everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Or he was just able to make those cuts. Yeah. So that's it. Man. Ohio State didn't have an answer.
Nope.
Their season is over. Bama goes down again with another championship. This was I thought it would have been more competitive, but it was not. 52-24. DeAnthony, thank you for coming on tonight.
Number 58. And Olama said they came to be physical and dominate. Y'all did it.
Yeah, they did. That's no doubt. Like that is no lie. Even if Mac hasn't thrown any more TDs for Bama, they still would have beaten. Yeah, you're right. He didn't. I don't think he threw it. Well, he did throw a couple in the second half.
I think we got to give credit to that defense, man. I feel like Alabama started getting a few stops. Like they figured something out.
Yeah, we got to give props to the O line and the D line, both of them.
Hey, before we end, I gotta throw this little birdie out. Oh, I'm glad I thought about this. Now it's suspected that the offensive line coach or the offensive coordinator is leaving with Sarkisian to Texas.
Oh wow.
And also possibly one or two other coaches, but for sure the offensive coordinator is leaving to go to Texas. So that's something you gotta keep an eye on. I think his name is Flood.
So he's about to take some guys with him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He started his recruiting tonight. He recruited a whole bunch of young kids, and whoever he takes with him to Texas, definitely gonna be on the lookout.
Hey, big. He might have recruited some coaches too.
Probably. You got a lot of guys that's gonna be looking for jobs. NFL.
Man, I want to come play. I want to come learn that offense, man. That might can help my career.
Can Christian Borman reference DJ Khaled? We the best. That's no lie. Man, that kid Leatherwood. Man, look like he probably bench pressing 500, something like that.
Wow. I wonder what Urban Meyer got to say. You know, he was the Ohio State coach back then. Wonder what. Congratulations, guys.
I'm about to go to the NFL, so I may be drafting. Drafting some of y'all. All right, so we kind of touched on that, but before we go, you think that's a legit story? You think he's going to the league? You think Urban Meyer is going to the Jaguars?
I believe it when I see it, to be honest. But he seemed like he still wants to coach. And I mean, I think this would be his position to say, well, at least I've gave it a try. Most of the other coaches did. And I think that's fair. If you're a good coach in college, usually you have your chance at the NFL. And if he wants his chance, go for it. I don't know how to go, to be honest, man. I just don't know how to go, but I can't knock a guy for wanting to try his hand at the highest level when he's already won some championships in college.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is he wants to get back into coaching. The fact that he's been linked to 2 jobs this year, he wants to get back into coaching, and he will. It's just a matter of where and when. And the Jaguars, if they're already looking at him, what better challenge? And you don't have to deal with the drama. Like, you don't have to deal with kids. You don't have to deal with that stuff. You can come in, you coaching grown men, and if he can win a championship on, an NFL, Super Bowl, I mean, what better challenge and what better way to show that you're a top coach?
If he's assembling his staff now, do you think that's a done deal, or is he just doing like the groundwork of it?
It could be both. It could be both, because in order to even take the job, you need to know what your staff will look like. I would say it looks like it's projecting on him being the head coach, but it's kind of like you have to do that anyway, because it's almost like preparation.
Yeah. And this is from your guys, 247 Sports. It said Urban Meyer and Jacksonville Jaguars appears destined to get together at this point like a love story. Meyer appears to be inching closer to taking his first NFL gig.
Wait, just the update now? There's an update now?
No, this was 12 hours ago, 15 hours ago, 247 Sports. And they're the only ones. Looks like they're the only ones that's actually reporting that. So we'll see.
He'll draft more than likely Justin. Trevor Lawrence with that pick. What pick they got? Is it first or third?
Let me go back. I think it's third, because you got the number 1. No, I think it's second, because number 1 you have.
Where the Jets at?
The Jets are at number 2. So then it should be number 1. Actually, they are number 1.
Yeah, so I think they still draft him. We got a comment too. Who we talking about? I wish he never left my Gators.
You talking about Urban? Yeah, Urban ran.
Oh, Urban. Yeah, well, he mysteriously something he had some issue with his health, and no, he did. I don't want to make fun of that. And then he went to Ohio, but it was a lot of other stuff going on at Florida. There was a lot of other stuff going on in Florida.
Hernandez.
It wasn't just Urban.
It was a lot. If anybody's seen that Hernandez documentary, which is it's sad, but he and Hernandez kind of got a pass, throughout his whole life, pretty much. But that's another story.
Yeah.
But all right, that ends the college football season. We will be back next week. I don't know what the topic's going to be, but we'll be back next week.
Hey, we went 2 hours strong in this thing.
Yeah. We'll be back next week. Also on Saturday, we'll be talking NFL. So I have some NFL guys on talking divisional round. But Nathan and DeAnthony, thank you guys for coming on tonight. Great show.
No problem. This was awesome. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, appreciate it as always, man. I enjoy it. Appreciate the people tuning in.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to the people. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodriguez, Michael was going to join us tonight, but he couldn't get his baby to lay down. So I understand that. Let's see who else we had. PC, Aiden, Marcellus, all the cats from YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitter. Overton Claiborne. So we'll be back next week. Have a good rest of your night or morning. Jags number 1, Jets number 2, Dolphins number 3. Thanks
what
to
do
Bill
you do
O'Brien.
with the Dolphins? No, not the Dolphins.
Dolphins, because they traded. They had that pick. They got the pick from
Oh wow. What do you do if you're the Dolphins?
It's a good question.
Do you believe in Tua?
The Jets are number 1. The Jags are.
They got them picking the offensive lineman.
Oh, okay.
I think they're gonna ride with Tua, even though there's a possible projection of them trading for Deshaun Watson. I don't think that's gonna happen though.
I think I would do that though.
They would basically package that pick and Tua for Deshaun Watson.
I would do that. I don't think they would accept it, but I would try that. I would try to get Watson.
Yeah, Penny Sewell.
Oh, that kid is special. I seen that kid. He's from Oregon. I watched his highlights. That kid is nice. I'm surprised they wouldn't go offense though. Yeah, that kid's nice.
And they need a line though. They need a few spots. So, but if they keep that pick and they build around Tua, I don't know. You can't really lose either way. But if you're willing to give up what you're gonna have to give up to get Deshaun though, and the money too.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all.
Yeah. Well, hey,
peace, brothers. Y'all have a good night, man.
Yeah, keep up the great work, man. And hey, guys, go follow my podcast. I mean, the podcast, the NR Hour Show. I have a lit schedule this week. A big time guest coming up tomorrow. I got Nick Hardwick from the former Charger offensive lineman, and then Wednesday. Oh, and then Shelly Teal tomorrow. She's related to George Kittle. And then tomorrow I got Brian McFadden, 2-time Super Bowl. Wednesday I got Brian McFadden, 2-time Super Bowl champ. And then Delvin Baru Sr., a former Saint defensive back, coming on Wednesday. And
Wednesday he coming all gas, no brakes. I like that.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday night I got Christina. She covers Tampa Bay sports. And then Thursday I'm still looking for a guest on Thursday. But Friday, it's a big one. Demarius Smith from the NFLPA is coming on. So
that's a big one.
Oh, wow. That is huge.
Wow. I can't wait to hear the questions you got. That's going to be a big one right there.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that one.
Send me his information, Ben, or if maybe it's already tagged on the post, but so I can make sure to follow it and follow you on Twitter. I'm assuming you're on Twitter and whatnot either.
Yeah.
You got one more. Watson should go to the Steelers and replace Ben.
What are they going to give up for him?
They got to give up their first round and somebody else probably. Juju. I don't think Juju's going to be there next year.
Yeah, he's too much dancing.
You don't think Juju's going to be there?
No, I don't. They have to pay him max I mean, do you pay Juju top
And
wide
plus they're
receiver money?
fed up. No, and plus they're fed up with some of the antics. And he's it seems like his production is a little down this year.
They got
Maybe not. I
Claypool.
could be wrong.
They got Claypool. They got James Washington. They got some other wide receiver. And honestly, they don't really pay anybody but Big Ben. Like
Right.
if we're like straight up, and Deontay Johnson. They really don't need Juju. I mean, honestly, they can draft a wide receiver to kind of backfill. But D'Anthony, before we go, you got the state championship game. What you covering this week for high
Yeah,
school?
I'm gonna go out there, and they're not letting anybody on the field, so I'll be in the stands watching it. It'll be at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, Jail World this Saturday. Cedar
nice.
Hill, I think the number, they're probably like number 10 country in high school football in the whole country. Versus Katy, they're probably top 22. So that'll be fun. I'll be filming some Division II swimming at the end of this month and next month as well. So I've been doing it for a while. So they have little swimming tournaments for some of the Division II colleges. So I'm gonna be filming that. And that's pretty much it, man.
All right. So that's the NR Hour, and Anthony does it on Instagram.
And then
NR Hour.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and everywhere pretty much. And I do my interviews on Zoom, Instagram Live, and I'm considering once I get my new co-host on board. Actually, I found my part-time co-host, so I'm thinking of doing it on StreamYard now. Pretty soon. I got to see how this works, but
it's pretty easy. You can do it to your Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So
yeah,
yeah, I would say it's well worth it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Have a good night.
Okay, y'all. Take care, man.
All right,
Peace.
see you guys.
Good night. All right. Take care.